Welcome to my YouTube channel! So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to recreate this look. I would call it a simple glam, and today I used my Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, considering the new Desert Dusk palette is coming out pretty soon. This is one of my all-time favorite palettes. I've had it for over a year now, and I've used it almost every single time I've done my makeup, and as you can see, I haven't hit pan on any of the shadows. They are so pigmented, so creamy. There's little to no fallout. I don't know how she does it, but it's amazing, and I'm excited to see the new palette. So this one is still available at Sephora, so if you guys want to get it before it all goes sold out, because it is limited edition, considering the new one is coming out soon. So I think this makeup look is really versatile. You can honestly wear it in the day or at night, whether you're going out on the weekend or just gonna go hang out with friends. It's really pretty and really simple, and it's totally doable whether you're a beginner or whether you are already familiar with makeup. So let's get started. So let's start off by prepping the skin with some chapstick. Next, you're going to see me go in with my jade roller. It's really good for depuffing the skin and smoothing out wrinkles. I'll definitely talk about this in another skincare video. Then you're going to see me go in with my Too Faced Hangover Primer. It's my absolute favorite primer. You just want to get that into the skin as much as possible because that's going to make your makeup stick. Now you're going to see me use my Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizing Primer in the shade Caramel. Now I'm just going to use this foundation brush to push the product into my skin and just cover up all those dark marks around my mouth. And now for foundation, I'm going to be using my absolute favorite, my MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and I use the shade NC44. As you can see, I'm going to be using my beauty blender to apply my foundation today. I don't know why I was making that face. I'm pressing in the foundation with my beauty blender, and you want to make sure that you're not wiping away the product as you apply it. You just want to keep a consistent, steady pressing motion into the skin, and that's really going to give you the most natural, flawless, and of course blended look as possible. I know it seems pretty tedious to keep blending for so long, but believe me, once you see the outcome, it's totally worth it. And for eyebrows today, I'm going to be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color Medium Brown, along with my Anastasia Beverly Hills number 14 brush. So I begin applying it in the inner corner of my brow, and I kind of just like to draw a line and outline the top portion, and then I go in and fill in the brow itself and do natural strokes so that your brows will look as natural as possible. And then I'm just going to do the same thing on my left side. For some reason, my left brow is a lot straighter than my right eyebrow, but it's always easier for some reason, so. And to clean up the eyebrows, we're just going to go in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the color NC30, and I'm just going to apply this to the bottom of my brows, and I'm also going to do it on the top. It might look a little intense, but I promise when it's all blended out, it looks a lot more natural, and it actually makes your face just look a lot more cleaner. I'm just going to go in with a clean eyeshadow brush in order to blend that product out. And now I'm just going to use my beauty blender to blend out any product that I didn't get with the eyeshadow brush. And now I'm just going to take that same eyebrow brush with no extra product just to make sure that no concealer got onto the eyebrow hairs. And now to prep my lids, I'm just going to use that same concealer in the shade NC30, and I'm going to apply that with my beauty blender. And I'm just going to really press it in and blend it out as much as I can without wiping away the product. This is really going to give you a clean canvas for your eyeshadow, and it's going to make the pigment pop just so much more. And now I'm going to use my Huda Beauty Rosegold palette. It's seriously such an amazing eyeshadow palette. I love all the warm colors. And now I'm just going to go in with the color Henna. It's a really reddish tone brown shade. And now I'm just going to blend this out all over my crease. I'm going to try to make sure that it doesn't get onto my lid as much as possible because you really want to save that for your shimmer shade. This is really one of my favorite crease colors because you don't have to go down that orangey trend if you don't want to, but it still stays warm, so it gives your makeup a nice cohesive look, especially for more warm skin tones like mine. And now I'm just going to go in with the color Cocoa just to deepen up this crease a little bit because this is more of a glam look. Usually I would just wear the color Henna by itself, but I really like this Cocoa color. It's a nice muddy brown. And then I'm just going to use a clean blending brush just to make sure that everything is all blended out. As you can see, I went in with the foil color 24 karat. It's a really gold shade, and to be honest, I was not expecting this much pigment. I don't really usually wear the foil shades just because they are much more glam. She does say to apply them with your fingers in order to get the best color payout, and well, I mean, she's right. It was so pigmented. I actually went back in with the color Angelic. It's just a little bit more of a pinky shade just to get things looking more cohesive. And now for eyeliner, I'm using my all-time favorite liquid liner. It's the Tattoo Ink by Kat Von D. I just start off by going in the inner corner and just drawing a straight line. I try to keep it close to the lash line as possible in order for the liner to stay really thin. And now I'm just going to go and wing it out on the end. I'm not going to lie, it was pretty hard doing the liner and then also making sure that the camera was in focus. That was a new one for me. Sometimes I start out at the outer corner like you see me doing here. It's just really easy to kind of draw the wing first and then just go in and fill the top line of your eye. Then I go into the inner corner of my eyes and sharpen them up a little bit just to make sure that I get somewhat of an almond shape. And just to mattify that liquid liner, I go in with the shade Black Truffle with a really pointy eyeshadow brush. And to prep for lashes, the first thing I'm going to do, of course, is curl my lashes. I try to get down to the lash line as close as possible so that you get that natural lift. And then you're going to see me go in with my Carbon Black Voluminous Mascara by L'Oreal. And then for lashes, I really debated whether or not I wanted to use my Huda Beauty Camille lashes or my favorite House of Lashes in the Iconic Lights. I ended up going in with the House of Lashes because they are just a bit longer and a bit more fluttery for this glam look. And for my under eye concealer, I'm just going to go in again with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC30. I'm just going to take my beauty blender on the pointy side and apply that under my eyes and press it into the skin. It looks a little bit bright, but once it's all blended out, it looks really cohesive. I think MAC products tend to oxidize a little bit, so that's why I have a little bit more of a lighter shade, because once it sits on the skin, it's going to look really great. I did go ahead and bake my under eyes for a little while my camera was charging, but I just used a basic yellow under eye powder. I think it's much better than the Laura Mercier powder because I think that was getting too white. And now I'm using my most favorite cream contour. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze, and I'm just going to take this and apply it to the hollows of my cheek and down my nose and on my temples and just under my jaw, just a little bit. And with this brush, I'm just going to go in and blend that out. It looks like I'm being a little bit aggressive, but I promise you, I'm just so used to doing this that it's just really simple. Just to make sure that the blending is more precise, I go in with this clean eyeshadow brush just to blend out the cream contour on my nose. I use my beauty blender just to buff out any leftover product just because my nose is pretty narrow already, so I just don't want it to get looking too thin. And just to set this contour, I'm going to go in with my new palette from Bobbi Brown. It is the medium bronzing powder on the bottom right. And I'm just going to go in with a flat face brush and just set the hollows of my cheeks. This two-sided palette from Bobbi Brown is absolutely gorgeous, and it's so convenient. Whenever I travel, I just take this with me because it has 12 eyeshadow shades and 2 blushes and 2 bronzers, so really it's just all you need. It was exclusive to the Nordstrom anniversary sale this summer, and it was only $98. And on the top right hand side, I'm going to be using this blush shade in the color Nectar. It's such a beautiful color. It honestly gives you this really nice warm tone glow without looking too red. It's just really nice for my medium skin tone. And to highlight the high points of my cheeks, I'm just going to go in with the new Halo Illuminating Bronzer from that same Bobbi Brown palette. I kept my highlight pretty medium coverage, but if I wanted to go brighter, I would just wet my brush first or spray it with my setting spray. And then I use a small eyeshadow brush just to highlight the brow bone on my eyebrows. And just to line my under eyes, I'm going to go in with that same cocoa color from the Huda Beauty Rosegold palette. And I'm kind of just blending that out softly. I used to use a more defined brush with my under eyes, and I kind of noticed that it just left a harsh line. And to line my waterline, I'm just going to go in with this Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Coal liner. It's really just like a nice creamy color rather than a stark white, because of course my eyes are not stark white, so this just gives more of a natural highlight and it makes my eyes look so much bigger and so much more alive. And to finish it all off, I'm just going to go in with my voluminous mascara from L'Oreal again one more time just to press those lashes together and to enhance my under eyes. And to set my face, I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, and this is just going to make sure that my makeup stays. And for lips, I'm going to go in with my Kylie Cosmetics Velvet Liquid Lipstick in the shade Bare from the Send Me Nudes collection. Then I'm just going to top that off with the KKW Beauty Gloss in the shade Kimberly. So that is all for today's look. I really hope that you guys liked it. This is my first video of many. I have so many more ideas coming, and if you liked it, please follow me on Instagram at prettyprasad, and my site is going to be going live soon at prettysimplebeauty.com. If you want to see more from me, then comment down below, like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and press the bell so you guys can get those post notifications, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!